Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So The Gray Man is a movie that I didn't see coming. But whenever I first saw the trailers and I saw Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Ana De Armas, and it was directed by the Russo Brothers, I thought this is going to be a big-time blockbuster summer action film. But then when I saw that it was coming out on Netflix, I was like, okay, that's really surprising because this looks like a really big budget movie, which it is. However, it did get a limited release in theaters, which is where I saw it. So let's go ahead and talk about The Gray Man. And so the general story here is that Ryan Gosling plays a very highly trained secret assassin called Sierra 6. Now his real name is Court Gentry, but really nobody knows anything else about him besides Billy Bob Thornton and a few other people. And then on the other side, we have Chris Evans, who plays Lloyd, and he's also a very crazy killer assassin. And I want to accentuate the word crazy because he is crazy. He'll do whatever it takes to get it done, and he relishes seeing people suffer. And then within the mix, we also have Ana De Armas, who is also a very highly skilled CIA agent, and she actually helps Court Gentry, or Sierra 6, within this entire movie. And within one of these missions, Ryan Gosling actually discovers something that he shouldn't, and then Lloyd is actually sent to take him down. And that's kind of like the overall general story, and there's many other characters and layers to this entire movie, but that's really all you need to know, because this movie is really about one thing and one thing only, and that is action. And let's go ahead and start off with the action because, wow, the Russo brothers, they really brought it in this movie. This movie reportedly cost about $200 million, which is one of the most expensive films Netflix has put out, and you could see it all on stream. The type of action here, it is varied and is super creative. Everything from battles in the air, battles in the sea, in land, in cities, hand-to-hand combat, lots of gunfire, knife fights. If you could think about the type of action that you want to see in a pure action movie, this has it, and the Russo brothers really do an excellent job, especially in the scenes in Prague, which is one of my favorite action scenes that I've seen all this year. And wow, I really did enjoy the action. That's the main reason why I came to see the movie. And overall, it isn't something that you haven't seen before, but it's just the overall execution, style, and creativity that really brings this action movie to another level, at least for somebody like me who loves watching this type of stuff. And then the second thing that this movie has is just a brilliant cast of actors. Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Ana De Armas, Billy Bob Thornton, and other well-known actors and actresses like Jessica Henwick, John Page, and Dhanush. So if you are a fan of Indian cinema, specifically Tamil language films, you'll know exactly who he is. Dhanush is one of the biggest actors in India, and I really love seeing him in this movie. Whenever you see him come in, and then you see him fight both Ryan Gosling and Ana De Armas, it is absolutely spectacular, and I wish he was more in this movie because he's one of those characters that I just want to see more of, and hopefully he might get his own spin-off movie. And then the other characters, I think they did a good job for what they had, but it's really not about them. It's mainly about Sierra 6 and Lloyd, and Ana De Armas plays a role as well, but it's really about those two main characters. And hopefully if we get other movies in this series, we actually get more backstory and more screen time for all these other characters. And so the acting in this movie is really what sets it apart from just normal big action films. And another thing that this movie does well is just the overall world building. Now this is based upon a series of books, so I would say this is the first in a series of books. So there's definitely a world here that is much bigger than what we see. So besides the overall operatives that we see at the beginning, there's also the whole government aspect of it. There are many other layers that we don't know about yet. And also this entire world of assassins, we get a little bit of backstory on some of the characters, specifically more on Ryan Gosling's characters. We know more about him than the other characters, but there's still many other things that we don't know, and hopefully we'll be able to get more on this world of secret spies and government espionage. And the final thing that this movie delivers on is just the overall fun factor. So if you're just wanting to watch a big blockbuster action film, then this movie delivers, especially if you watch it on a very big screen and the best sound system possible. And there's many other things that I like about this movie, specifically a lot of the dry humor, the one-liners. It is fun to see that, and it reminds me of the other movies that the Russo brothers have directed before, specifically in the Marvel universe. Protect your online privacy and keep data brokers from selling your personal information by using Delete Me, the #1 privacy information remover service since 2010. Sign up today and get 20% off your first order. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. Now, getting to the things that really weren't great about this movie is just the overall story itself. A lot of what you see here you can predict. It's already been done before in much better movies like The Bourne Identity, John Wick, and James Bond. So hopefully in future movies, if we get it, they'll be able to improve the overall story. Which leads me to the second thing, and that is the characters. Besides Ryan Gosling's and Chris Evans' characters, there's really not much else in there. Even though I really love seeing Ana De Armas be a badass, she didn't get enough screen time in there. And also other characters like Dhanush, I really wanted to see more of them. So hopefully we do get more movies in this series. They'll be able to expand upon that and spend more time with these other characters. So that's my overall review of The Gray Man. I really did enjoy this from a pure blockbuster fun action film. However, from an overall story and character-based film, there could definitely be improvements here. And hopefully if this movie does well, there'll be more Gray Man movies in the future. So if you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my action film and series reviews, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area below. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're a creative geek like me and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.